Alright friends, as you can see, we put the stock exhaust back on. I don't know, man. I was kind of over... Oh, the kickstand. I was kind of over the sound of the shorty when doing distance rides. So, we switched back. Holy shit, what does swatched back mean? Switched back to the stock exhaust, and it's quiet. It's really quiet. I don't remember it being this quiet. Like, very quiet. It used to be very poppy and just, you know, kind of obnoxious. And while I do miss it, I also kind of enjoy it how it is now. It's very peaceful to ride, to say the least. Like, the shorty's ignorant and fun and loud, and it makes you known on the road and kind of, I guess, audibly visible to folks. Like, they're situationally aware that you're there probably by hearing you. They might not necessarily know you're a bike, you might just be a loud car to them, but you know, the concept of loud pipes save lives, I feel like kind of is applicable. It's another signal to drivers on the road that, hey, there's something around, it's loud and noisy, it might be a bike, pay attention. I notice now though, the annoying part of the ride is the road noise. So inside of my helmet, I hear a lot of the wind sounds that I feel like the exhaust previously muffled before, because the exhaust was so loud that you didn't hear much over the exhaust other than the exhaust. So I guess that's something to take into consideration, is you will have increased road noise without the exhaust to muffle the road noise. So I don't know if that's really a downfall per se, but it's just something to take into consideration. Obviously the downshifts are hardly anywhere near as powerful as they used to be, but they're there nonetheless. I don't know, it's a much more reserved and quiet bike when the stock exhaust is on. So I don't know, I enjoy it, but do I enjoy it for like longevity? I don't think so. Will we be getting a different exhaust? More than likely. Will we be getting another shorty? Possibly. I'm thinking about just getting the Radiant Cycles Shorty GP and trying to link up their sound detonator inside of their Shorty GP decibel killer, I guess is what we should call it. I feel like the linear power of the bike also kind of has adjusted with putting the stock exhaust back on. It feels a little bit more smooth and streamlined. Part of that could be just in my head and me being crazy, but so far on my first ride, that's how it's felt. And yeah, it is windy, dude. I will say, with the stock exhaust, it has a more low, like, farty tone while it's just sitting, but it's so fucking reserved, it's kind of sad. See, when you're going low and slow, it sounds decent, but It's so lackluster now that it doesn't have the exhaust. I do say though, like I think it feels more linear. Like it's just a smoother pull without all of that backfiring and shit. I just feel like it's not necessarily great for the bike. I'm gonna drive home a different route today. I don't really know. Actually, nah. We're gonna go back the way that we normally go. Good time. I don't know. It's so quiet now. I feel like it adjusts the look of the bike a little bit as well, so it doesn't look as, I feel like, aggressive now. I mean, it's personal opinion, but I just don't think that looks as aggressive. It just doesn't look as good. So I like these. I like this whole front end setup. I think it'd be nice to have some sort of shield, but I think that would ruin the whole look of the bike, man. It would totally ruin the whole look of the bike. It's gonna ruin the front profile, bro. But I don't know, like, practicality over like looking good, I guess, at the end of the day. That's also why I want to get like the highway bars. I don't know, I kind of want to get another bike, like an old bike, and turn it into like a cafe racer. 100%. I think that'd be dope. And this could be more of like a cruiser touring, like mid touring, like short, like 1 to 2 hour trips, you know, like maybe 3 hours max. Like a 3 hour ride isn't too bad. I've done it. I rode around all day on it, like in the city. So I'm sure like a straight freeway ride for like 2 or 3 hours wouldn't be horrible. It would probably suck a little bit. The longest I've done was like an hour and a half, about straight like freeway, and like 60 plus the whole time, you know, like 70-80 miles an hour. And it sucked for sure. It definitely sucked. It was definitely really cold, and about halfway through you're kind of just like, well, that's just one way too, so I mean total round trip about 3 or 4 hours. But like halfway through your neck, you're like sitting there like, God damn, I'm hunched over. I'm trying to like be aerodynamic. I'm trying to avoid as much wind as I can. So I think the addition of the wind visor will be nice. There's like a cheap $20 or $30 one on Amazon. I'm thinking about trying to like rig together. I might not even have to rig it together. It might just look good with this cowl. Somebody asked, actually, someone else actually left a comment on my videos as well, stating there was another rider who had a windshield that worked with this cowl. So I might have to find out who that person is. A horrible downshift. And see what they got, because maybe we can try to copy that setup and make it a little bit our own, right? So I think that'd probably be one of the goals, is to get the windshield situation figured out. And then at this point we need to kind of decide on another exhaust situation. Do I spend $500 on like the Two Brothers exhaust, or do I spend $60 on the Radiant Cycle Shorty GP and try it with their decibel killer, or what? I don't really know what the plan is yet, but we definitely need to figure out an exhaust situation, because I want to be a little bit louder than this, just for my personal enjoyment and for the little bit that says it's somewhat safer to have a louder exhaust, in my opinion. I don't know if there's any facts behind it, but I know a lot of people scream loud pipe saves lives, so, and I kind of understand the concept behind it, right? Like, my bike is pretty quiet now. There's no way you're hearing this inside of a car. So definitely something to take into consideration that I don't think I really considered when I first bought the bike. Harleys are definitely known for being loud and stuff. Hondas not so much. They're more whiny, high-pitched little babies, which is expected to get that sound with the Shorty. So we kind of basically hit that market. It definitely sounded like a Civic. It wanted to be. Yeah, I don't know, I was kind of over it and just couldn't do it anymore. So maybe we will get ourselves a nice expensive exhaust. I'm not really sure. So that'll probably do it for this video. It's getting a little dark out. I'm not sure what the quality of the video is going to be looking like at this rate, but nonetheless, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube bullshit. And we'll be back next week with another riding video, and or some sort of video working on the bike. I'm not really sure what we got in store for it yet. I'm thinking about ordering stuff, but I'm not positive I'm gonna go through with it, because that's just how I am. I'm so hesitant on everything I do. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh my god, it's 45. Go the speed limit! Oh my fuck!